Hello everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the St Helens GCO railway line, which began its journey in St Helens Bridge of the Street car park located in the town centre. From there, the railway would make its way to Loughton St Mary's. At this point, the GCO would join up with the Wigan Northern line. Before we start, let's take a look at the history of the GCO in St Helens. The Great Central Railway opened for goods and material traffic in 1895. But the passenger service did not start until 1900. The formal opening took place on the 2nd of January, but only began passenger service the following day. The station opened with the commencement of public services on the 3rd of January 1900 and was originally named St Helens. However, the station only consisted of one platform and a rudimentary wooden canopy for its shelter. The station was renamed to St Helens Central on the 1st of March 1949, but closed to passengers 3 years later on the 3rd of March 1952. It continued to be used for goods services until the 4th of January 1965. This is also when the station was closed for good. In 1987, the station handed its name over to Shaw Street Station, located on Shaw Street in St Helens. After this, the railways were for the most part removed and any viaducts demolished, leaving very little remaining today.
This railway was opened up in 1900 and was closed in 1965. Just off to the side right here is Britchley Street. Going that way you got the police station on College Street. There was 6 lines, railway lines, that used to be on this car park, with the train station just being on that corner over there on the opposite side of the court.
This is what Bridge of the Street car park looks like today. Now the building you see here on the corner of Bridge of the Street car park was once a large rail shed. Today it stands as a factory. Unfortunately, I am unable to date this building, so if anyone watching this video knows, please let me know in the comments. Now we are looking at the double track viaduct on Standish Street. This was the only double track viaduct, as one track diverted away from the GCO and made its way to Pilkington's Plate Glassworks foundry. Now the train across the viaduct, it would then make its way across what's a playing field today, as it made its way to the next viaduct where it would cross over the Blackpool North Railway. So let's make our way there now and find out what remains of that viaduct.
It looks like we're actually going to get a view of the old viaduct here. There we go.
The viaduct you see here only had a single line, making its way towards the St Helens Canal and Merton Bank Road, just a short distance away. We'll be taking a look at that shortly, but first, let's take a closer look at this one. Now using Google Earth, we are able to take a closer look at this viaduct in a little more detail. Most of the viaduct has been completely demolished, but you are able to still see exactly where the rail line was once located. Unfortunately, there's not very much to look at. You can only imagine what it must have looked like back in the day, when this line was in operation. Now in just a moment I'm going to show you another abandoned line, which is just a little bit further up this railway. I'm going to zoom in right now. This is going to be quite a heavy zoom, so I apologise for the quality, but just in front of us there you can see there's a single line that goes off and into the trees. That is actually an abandoned line that goes all the way from St Helens right up to Rainford rail station. Now just in front of me I've noticed this little box that seems to be on top of a tower. I'm not sure what it is or whether it was part of the railway, but if any of you guys know what it is, please let me know in the comments.
So I'm going to move on now to the next set of bridges along the GCR railway.
Now let's make our way to the next set of viaducts where the railway crosses the St Helens Canal.
Just come off Standish Street, which is just there. We're about to come up to the next viaduct.
I'm using Google Earth once again to view these viaducts, as there is no real access to view them. You have private land on either side. Right here you can see where the GCR railway would cross the St Helens Canal. The last time these viaducts saw any trains roll over them was between 1952 and 1965. From thereafter, the rail line was closed for good. Although there isn't much to see today, it is great to see these old relics still standing, so we can come down here and view them in all the glory and celebrate our town's rich railway heritage.
Now I'm going to make my way up towards Merton Bank.
Now I'm on Merton Bank Road, heading towards the location of the next viaduct. In front of me now you can see a whole row of factories. In the middle there you see a gap next to the blue building with trees behind it. That is in fact where the rail line used to come through on a bridge and cross Merton Bank Road, crossing this hill on Merton Bank Field. The GCR railway would then make its way towards Blackbrook, where it would cross the St Helens Canal once again at Redgate. Unfortunately, at Redgate there's absolutely nothing left at all of the viaducts that were there, but I'm going to make my way down there now and show you the location of where the viaduct once was. Now on my right hand side there's a field that climbs in elevation. This is exactly where the viaduct once was. On the opposite side of this canal, the rail line used to go straight over and behind where Lidl is today, located on Park Road. Up to now we've made our way all the way from the town centre through Merton Bank, and now we're at Blackbrook, Park Road. From here we're going to start making our way towards Haydock. Now making my way towards Clipsy Lane in Haydock. Before I visit the former site where the Haydock rail station used to stand, we'll be visiting the former site of the Haydock Cottage Hospital.
Here's where the cottage hospital used to be, and it was located just off to the side here.
Here is the hospital, built in 1886. The land was donated by Lord Newton along with a piece of land to be used for recreation of the patients. This hospital was originally built for the pit accidents. During this time, this district was pitted with many mines. This that we're looking at now is a monument to preserve the memory and heritage of the former cottage hospital, once located on Clipsey Lane in Haydock. Well, that wraps up part 1 of this video. I really hope you've all enjoyed it. In part 2, we'll be starting our journey at Haydock Rail Station, ending at Lawton St Mary's.